Big Lotto, what up, man?
Man, what's going on with you there, bro?
Back at it, huh?
Yeah, man, still out here.
Back on the Leylo Show, man. You
Yeah.
did some numbers last time, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anything we can go play the lottery with?
Not yet. We working on it though. We working on it. We definitely working on it. Yeah, a lot done happened the last time you was here though.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
we got a lot of major events going down.
Yeah. Matter of fact, before or after our last interview, I think Diddy was arrested.
Yeah.
And he's since been sentenced after that,
Yeah, the real chickens done come home to roost.
That's what it was. The chickens come home.
The chickens done come home to roost.
Yeah. Did you watch the trial?
Nah, man, I got so much going on, man. I catch it here and there, and there's so many TikTokers and Facebookers and MySpacerers running around with so much information. I'm just catching here and there, but I was able to catch a lot of the factuals of it. And sometimes when you know certain things and you just certain things are inevitable. And some people gonna play on that based on what they think they know, and to make themselves more appealing to a situation, talk a lot more, throw a lot more gasoline on things that's really not there or whatever, and heighten the situation. And when you don't put yourself in a bad spot, then you kind of open yourself up. So me, myself, if I had to look at it, hey, bro, you kind of put yourself in a bad situation. But all ever you did of that, you done got found guilty, you done got time, he's gone away, no sense of crying about, well, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Well, I ain't gonna be the one throw stones at somebody and say that, oh, he's such a monster and he was this and who would dare go. I've never been to one of the parties with any client that I've ever had. So I don't know anything about a party that, any stuff that goes on behind the closed doors of that. I just think that more so than anything that everybody got that hidden darkness about themselves that none of us know about.
Especially in Hollywood.
And especially in Hollywood. I've been to enough parties with individuals and seen enough things that go on behind those closed doors to be like, man, y'all throwing rocks at that guy?
Yeah.
There's a lot of you all out here that's throwing rocks. I done seen some shit y'all done been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I done seen some things. You don't want me to go talking. Yeah. I ain't no Gene Deal.
Right.
But I done seen some things y'all, come on now.
Yeah.
I would never get out and out y'all out like that, but like, oh my God, I couldn't believe I was in his presence.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. So they say it's a lot of Diddies out there.
It's a lot of them. A lot of them just don't change their name every 5 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Keep living under the alias. So I'm just a dumbass. I'm just keep doing what I'm doing because ain't nobody talking about it.
Yeah. So they say, Diddy had to take one for the team. That's what they say.
Well, let's look at that. Did he take one for the team, or the people just got tired of certain antics and you started crossing the lines in other people's business that was causing waves, and we had enough on you to sit you down, and we just the right medication to give you to sit you down.
What do you mean by that? Expound
well,
on that.
Let's look at it. Once you start hitting certain kind of numbers, I'm talking about financially, where you start proclaiming yourself or it actually is billionaire status. You know that they say heavy is the head that wears the crown. Excuse me. When you start putting yourself in that type of market tax bracket, you're able to start making noise. You see, it goes the difference of a slight knock on the door to a bang on the door. See, now you're able to bang on the door. You used to just knock on the door. So that means people would pay attention to you knock or not. Now you bang on the door and you're getting everybody's attention in the room. So as soon as you walk in, people see you. So when you start saying stuff like, I sure would like to purchase this. Man, what if I had this network, what I could do with it? See, that's you over here doing this. Now you step into a corporate world that's got Jewish folks and other folks in there that are on that level, And now you've been invited to sit at the table. Be humble while you're at the table. Okay? Be careful while you're in there. But then you walk in there saying that, you know what? I tell you what, let me go and let me throw some steak on the table. This is what I want. This is what, now you're demanding. So everybody like, well, who the hell is this nigga supposed to be?
Right.
When you saying, I want to purchase this, we allowed you in the room. See, I think we let you be a puppet with Ciroc. Now you saying you want what of Ciroc?
Yeah, I think he sued Ciroc. I think he actually won too.
Okay, so
and
are we doing this now?
Diego
or are we doing this?
Right.
Which one are we doing now? Are we doing this? Or are we doing this?
Yeah.
Are we banging at the door now? We're getting attention?
Yeah.
Or we just still tapping when ain't nobody paying you no attention?
Right.
And you don't want, so now you don't walk with a check. Listen, I'm just saying, I may be totally wrong.
Right.
Because I ain't got no dog in the fight. You know where I stand at? I'm over here.
So you're on the same stance as 50 Cent that Diego had something to do with maybe making sure that he went down.
That's some guessing work. That's guesswork I'm not going to do. I'll say this. Everybody plays their part if they feel like they're finna lose some type of way. And they feel like they got ammunition. See, what you did was you threw lavish parties. What you did was you allowed a lot of cell phones around in your parties. What you did was you allowed a whole lot of people that do a whole lot of talking in your parties. So everybody's talking about, man, it sure be a shame if somebody found out about this. It'll be, yeah, man, maybe I should delete some of this footage. Maybe you shouldn't. Yeah. And you around here doing this? That ain't the only place he doing that with Ciroc. Yeah. He's over there with the networks and stuff, with Bill Cosby. He's over there when the Bill Cosby talking about NBC. See, you got those ones that be Monday morning quarterbacks or sit to the sideline and they sit up there talking about, well, nigga ain't never had that kind of money to be talking about doing this. You don't know what, when people start putting credits on you, it bypasses cash. When you start utilizing, see, you don't get to be on a billionaire status and not know how to get there. Because you ain't doing small change shit, rolling up quarters and pennies and putting them in little wrappers no more. Right. See, if you went beyond cash in hand to knowing how to utilize credits, I big up Waka Flocka. That's my boy, as you know. And a conversation I sat and I had with him, and he tried to get me to understand about the insurance game. You know, before everybody else figured out, he told me, hey, man, you know, Lotto, I'm tell you one of the main moves I'm going to make. Get rid of these banks, and I'm going to become my own banker. I looked at him, I was like, I thought you started smoking that shit, boy. You tripping. The hell you talking about? Right. He had explained to me about the insurance policy. You know, you get this type of policy, and then you turn around and you got this kind of equity in this thing. You can borrow from yourself. You can bank yourself. Yep. You can do all this stuff yourself. Yep. He was explaining to me about Bitcoin stuff before Bitcoin stuff was jumping. Walker was doing that. Walker was the same brother that was on the bus on the fucking tour bus with us. The only thing he did was roll weed. And to hear him talking like that, I was like, you know, I know you, nigga. What is you talking about? But damn, nigga, you did some brilliant shit.
Yeah, I just recently found out that there's several people that have life insurance policies on me, and I didn't even know it.
Yeah, I got 2 floating around out there. They family members that got me. I don't even like that. I'm trying to see, how can I stop that when I die? Can I come back? I swear to God, they be around here spending money on me. I'm going to be in their bedroom knocking shit off the counter while they sleep, waking their ass up. Nah, wake your ass up.
As a ghost.
Yeah, I'm going to be sitting right there. They been there getting, I'm going to knock shit off. I'll go do it with my ex, but I'm really going to do it with my family member. Get your ass up. Knocking the bath and body right off the dresser. Have them run around, turn the lights on and off in there. What that piece of shit? Got the dog just running around in the room. But yeah, if it comes down to the end of the day, you start doing things and you making too much noise, there's other people that has invited you in the room know how to shut you up. And it goes in the worst way because we as Black people in our community, We don't worry about that, what you did to cause this problem. We look at your weaknesses and we call that your failures. And we jump on that bandwagon. Mm-hmm. And boy, the one thing about the enemy that's on that side of the aisle, they know this thing right here about us. They're only going to spark the fire. We're the ones that's going to fan it. Mm-hmm. They just need to get something, that little red toy, and give it to the little puppy. We're the puppy that likes to chew on it. And we ain't going to let that son of a bitch go. You know how the little dog do with the chew toy. That's how we are. And nobody know how to damage us better than us.
Yeah.
See, all we got to do is say, yeah, he did this and put it out as a rumor. Every self-proclaimed, think he all that black man that's got a microphone gonna ride that horse right into the downtown sympathy.
Yeah, I found out in 2015 that you can actually go down to a police station and just make up a lie, and you could pay $25 to have somebody arrested. Yep, you can actually pay to get somebody arrested off of a lie. I found that out in 2015. Here in Georgia.
Got to be just here in Georgia. I didn't know her.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm pretty. I haven't looked into it, but I'm pretty sure that's in every judicial system. If somebody can go down to a police station and say, this guy assaulted me on this day,
and they don't need no type of evidence, video, no nothing. Just go down there. All right, come with me, buddy. Come with me.
Yeah, but now you have a chance to prove them wrong, which also goes down into, defamation of character. You can end up suing them later on, but you're gonna lose a lot of money paying lawyer fees and all that else, and probably bonding and all that.
But for them to come get you, they have to have a warrant. So you tell me a judge would be willing to sign a warrant based on
you can actually purchase a warrant to have you arrested. Yep. All you need is the address. Yep. I'm telling you because it happened to me.
See, I know they can do like a lien. Mm-hmm. You can put a lien against anybody. Mm-hmm. I learned that in the federal prison. I seen on the boys putting on the judge, oh, you're going to give me 20 years? You're going to give me 15 years? I'm putting a lien on your property, buddy. They were putting liens on you know how they was doing that? It was in the pen. Mm-hmm. They was putting liens on the judges and the state attorney and government attorney and all that. Next thing you know, they go home and it's a note on their door. You can't be in here right now because you got a lien on you. Mm. A lien on their property. Mm. And
they get 20 years in prison and the prison put a lien on his house.
Yeah, all them like them boys from the Morris, community, they in there putting all this paperwork on the USCA code and all that, code 30 or whatever it is. And I know I'm probably saying it wrong, but they slide that paperwork around that door. They don't put a lien on the judge. Of course, they turn around. That backlash is if it comes back baseless, they lock their ass right on up. They put their ass in the shoe for about 3 or 4 years. Mm-hmm. It's unlimited time you get in the shoe based on the government.
What are your thoughts on sex trafficking? And the reason I ask is because I know coming up in our days, like the pimp era, the Luther Campbell era, what's being called sex trafficking now was pimping and hoeing back then.
Yeah, shit, I could go to jail too.
Not child trafficking, but sex trafficking.
Yeah, I know. I was saying I could probably go to jail too.
Oh yeah,
based on what they did it for.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know how many of us undid that?
Nah, I have no idea.
Let me explain. Let me tell you something. I done it. And I'm going to tell you how it is. I ain't no monster, no shit like that. But I know a young lady that lives in Texas that I'm interested in. I'm conversating back and forth with. I'm in Florida. I say, hey, I'm going to be on the tour bus and blah, blah, blah. Why don't you come through? Mm-hmm. All right, but I ain't got money to get no tickets. Don't worry about that. I got you.
Right.
Ain't no why I'm coming to rearrange your intestines.
Right.
We already understood that.
Right.
Don't worry about nothing. I'm taking care of you. Transportation, eating, hotel. Girl, you ain't got that to worry about. Just get to the airport. All right?
Mm-hmm.
JetBlue gonna be there waiting for you. All right? True. Now I don't pay for your airline, but I can't get to the airport. Don't worry about it. They ain't had no Ubers back then. But go ahead and catch one of them strappy cabs and get on down there. I don't pay for your transportation to get to the airport. If you had an extra bag, I done paid for that. I done paid for your airline ticket. Then got you here round trip and for you to be able to go back and do the exact same thing to get you back to your house.
Mm-hmm.
We could both be howling at the moon.
Right.
When you get here. That's what they got Diddy for the purpose of having sex.
Mm.
You can put any kind of fancy name you want on it.
Right.
But all the stuff they had him for, they found him not guilty for, but they said we got to get something. So since you was flying him in, he's got something better than we have. He's got a private jet.
Yeah.
So he can fly him back and forth on his private jet for the purpose of doing what? Having sex. They don't say nothing about, he tricked them to get on a plane.
Right.
He did the what they call the Bill Cosby move by putting a Quaalude in one of their joints for them to smoke a drink, crushed up, and tricked them on the plane, got them down here, sexed them out, and then they wake up back home, don't know what happened to them. Okay, there's the crime. But when you decide to get your happy ass, split tail ass up with your little patch of hair on the airplane and bring it down to that purpose where he's at to get dick down, enjoy the party, turn around, and go back home, now that's a crime?
And not only that, but he was convicted of basically sex trafficking Cassie, who was his girlfriend at the time. Paying for her flights and whatever to have sex. But that was his girlfriend at that time. So,
see,
I don't know.
The bigger part of that, I never met Cassie either. But I'm going to tell you something. It being his girlfriend, see, what we call it now, and being back then, menage a trois and swinging, we got names for that. Mm-hmm. You know, we got a club right here where you can go do that shit. Club motherfucking trapeze. Yeah. About the Fulton Industrial.
Yeah. Let's be clear. I've never been to trapeze in my life, but go ahead.
Yeah, I wrote about it. Yeah. Yeah, I never went in there.
Yeah.
I tell you what. I mean, somebody going to jail.
Yeah.
Somebody go to jail.
Yeah.
Because if she's running around doing this here, that's what they do. That's what here in the A, they do that. They got mansion parties that they do this.
Man.
They do this everywhere. And then be like, you know who would be good? Who? Sally and them. Who is Sally and them? I know Sally and them. We're gonna get them on a plane. They can fly down. Hey, Sally and them. Get your girls. What's up? Yeah. We're doing a mansion party. What y'all gonna be doing like they do? Yes.
But you know what's crazy about that? The porn industry. Like, nobody will say this, but porn is the number one lucrative business in the world.
Yeah, that and coke, that and drugs, yeah.
But porn is the number one.
Yeah.
Like, that's the number one high in the world. Like, but you won't see it on the Forbes list, but it belongs at the top. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And all of this stuff that Diddy was accused of, or Epstein, and we're going to get into Epstein, all that stuff can be found by just Googling the porn site.
It's our biggest, it's the human nature, it's nature, not human nature, but it's nature's biggest weakness. I ain't gonna say human because you got, I know Leo the lion and Mufasa and them, the lion, they get off by hitting the little lioness, you know what I'm saying? Bite them on the back of the ear and howl at the moon.
Yeah.
2 horses, some jackrabbits. You know what I mean? That's their biggest weakness.
Right.
Dogs, that's their weakness. That's nature. Biggest weakness is sex.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen 2 goldfish go at it, but however they do it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Now I say this here about Cassidy. The Cassidy situation is, how can she feel? Now I ain't saying what he did, but I seen the video. Every the world saw the video.
Right.
I'm not commenting on that video. I ain't saying what he did was right, because I could never see myself doing anything like that. Especially my sister. I can't see that. But I'm not saying how this is justifiable with that, because Cassidy is feeling trapped. I can't leave, and all these women done jumped on the bandwagon with that. How he gonna hold her prisoner and how he's doing that? He ain't did shit.
Well, to be fair.
Wait, hold on, listen now.
Okay.
She used to, when all this is going on, this is what I know for fact. She gets her and her girls, and they go get on that same private plane that belongs to him, and goes to Switzerland, goes to England, on shopping sprees. See, they ain't talking about that on the film and on the cameras. They ain't talking about that part. See, this is what we know in the industry for fact.
Yeah.
That this is what she does, and she's dead.
Right.
She get on a plane, and she'll fly down with her homegirls and all of them. They come back bagging.
Yeah.
Rented Maybachs.
With black eyes.
You dead wrong that.
But seriously though.
But now, I ain't saying doing the physical altercation of stuff. When she done did the train thing, Buddy sit up there and have another dude come in there and mutter out in front of him.
But the assault video of him attacking Cassie was not used in the case. Just to be clear.
I know, but see, you know that the accusation of she being held prisoner, and guess what? They said 4 years. They didn't say year. Yeah. They put a apostrophe S behind it. That means plural. Well, school I went to, it was multiple times. It's multiple years this has been going on.
Right.
But I know, as of a fact, along with everybody else in the industry, for a minute now, she's all kind of between TMZ and everybody else. She's been going back and forth, traveling on different parts of this country and other continents, shopping by herself. He wasn't there holding her hostage. Well, no, you can't go nowhere. But she's got his black card on his plane with her own personal friends, and they traveling, going shopping, and then come back, and she now you're a victim again.
Right.
I'm saying, Digger, you dead wrong for putting your hands on her.
Yeah.
You set her up, and you trained her from a teenager doing this crap. Nigga, you a foul ass nigga for this. But this don't justify none of this.
Foul ass nigga.
Yeah, you a pedophile ass nigga. You been married with since she was a kid.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Yeah.
So to cut your dick off, nigga. But this don't justify what's going on in this Hollywood era of being judged.
Right.
And we, as black people, jump right on it, like, yeah, we saw the video. We basing everything on about what we saw.
Yeah, kind of.
She saw the outlet. She saw opportunity to dip. She dipped while he was in the shower. That's why it took so long for him to come running around the corner. He ain't beat her coming out the room and all that, running down the road and beating on. You see how long she had that stuff, dropping shit, picking it up, going to the elevator. He wasn't even nowhere inside that video until she was waiting on that slow ass the elevator to show up. Then he come running with his towel on because he just realized while he was in the shower, she had no flex. He probably was in there still talking shit in the shower and then realized, wait a minute, she ain't saying nothing back. She done dipped. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, speaking of pedophiles, so they finally released the Epstein files.
Oh, damn. There was something.
Yeah.
There's that.
Have you looked at any of them?
I heard enough of it to have to. I see. You know what? There's some things like some things you just ain't really just got to put your eyes on.
Right.
That you know be a fact. When they started talking about this mess, well, everybody, you got those MAGA nuts that's out there, and I'm gonna call them for what it is.
You said MAGA nuts?
Yeah, not bagel nuts. Supporters? Yeah, MAGA. Yeah, MAGA nuts. Okay. But you got to be nuttier than a squirrel than to keep running behind this dude. Okay. But for them to be bigger attorneys for him than his attorneys is what's crazy. To know that when they started talking about this Epstein file in the beginning, you could have raised the question of, y'all don't know for a fact that man is in that crap, this and another. But when you know the squirrel, you recognize him by the nuts he eating and the people and the other squirrels he hang around. Man, everybody know this man been hanging with this dude, and we all know what kind of nut he is. He like young pussy. He tell you quick, he grabs and buy it.
Well, we gonna get on Trump. We're talking about Epstein right
now. I thought that was all a part of it.
No, we gonna get that.
Epstein.
We're gonna stay on Epstein for right now.
All right, what about him?
I was asking, did you see or do you know anything about the file?
Nah, I just know the person that we're gonna talk about was in it.
That's all you know?
That's all I know. I know what he was doing.
What he was doing?
Same thing Diddy done got locked up for. He was flying females in, but he was flying kids in. He like him right.
Who Trump was flying?
No. Epstein. And that chick Maxwell. Maxwell was doing the grooming.
Right.
She go out and find him. Epstein got another one. She look. I think we can get her. Dropping out little annihilators and stuff for the little kids and stuff.
I think she was sentenced to 20 years on.
20 years. She got 20 years.
Yeah.
And then worked out the little deal, and then I moved her out that maximum she was in, and then put her in Texas on a golf course.
She was recently flown out to Congress to testify.
Yeah.
And she basically told him she's not telling them nothing until Trump frees her.
Yeah. That what he said? I thought it was like to get her in a better situation. And
he already did that when he moved to another prison. So I think she went to a camp, but recently she got shipped over to Congress, and they asked her some questions, and she told them straight up she's not answering anything until she's pardoned by Trump.
So ain't no sense in asking her shit after that, because I ain't finna tell on this man just gave me a free pass. I ain't finna say she be dumb as hell.
Well, I mean, she got a million other people to,
Oh, she talk about everybody else, but she ain't gonna talk about Trump.
No, she definitely not gonna do that.
No, she ain't gonna do that. She ain't gonna do that now, because we done been in the pen. We done, shit, they done put her in a camp. We used to have the ice cream machine and all that. We ain't got that no more.
Leave.
She get to do all that. She ain't even on the grounds no more.
Yeah, she get to leave on the weekend.
Just make a phone call and say, "Hey, yo, checking in."
She eating pizzas and all type of stuff.
Yeah, pizza. Sirloin, you know what I mean? Yeah, real baked chicken.
Yeah, so and then the new news is that Epstein was seen in another country somewhere.
Recently. You better stop lying.
Yep, I'm gonna show you.
Recently.
Yep, Jeffrey.
You know what he did? He reincarnated himself.
He was dead
in the motherfucker back there, that Jesse.
What they're trying to say is that he may have faked his death. That's what they're trying to say. That he may have faked his death.
That's some real help. So Trump really kicked in on that. We're gonna talk about him just yet, but yeah. Yeah, that's some. You needed some real help with that one.
Yeah, no.
But you know how much stake I put in that though?
How much?
This much. They said they're still seeing Tupac running around too. So
I think this one goes a little bit deeper than that, but we don't know. I don't know. What do you know? These rich people. So we don't. These are wealthy people. They don't even count money.
Yeah. They ain't got $2 to their name. They just got a name.
Yeah. There's speculations that he was part of the sex trafficking game Roadblocks for the kids, and he also helped invent Bitcoin, and it's a lot to take in when it comes to. He had a lot of power.
I mean, you just don't rub elbows. No matter how much you don't like Trump, you just don't rub elbows with somebody like that, and that piece of shit call you his friend. without you having some type of status.
So you just go all the way back to Trump with him, huh?
It's just stuck, man. Fuck it.
But
just itching this shit.
Just to be clear, though, it's a gang of a lot of more powerful people.
He's
Trump.
He's one of the names I know how to spell.
Right. So they say that he was definitely seen in another country. I mean, people are online talking about how
non-extradition must be,
a
non-extradition country.
I'm sure if it's true, he would be under another name and everything anyway.
I'd say that.
Yeah, so they say he was seen. Seen with several bodyguards. I'm gonna put the picture up now.
Bodyguards.
Yeah, with some bodyguards. He looked like a homeless man with some bodyguards. Yep.
Yeah, homeless man with bodyguards.
Yep. Man,
fighting over his blanket.
Mm-hmm. So everyone's doing their little internet investigation, and it's in the Epstein files, the actual video of what happened with the cell in the jail, and they blocked out everything. They blocked out from the camera. Amazingly, all the other cameras footage disappeared, but the camera on his cell is blocked by a screen.
Blocked
during the time that he allegedly.
Damn trickery.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah. So, but so let's get to Trump though. So,
boy, I've been waiting all day for this.
What's your issue with Trump?
I know I don't do a heroin deal.
What's your issue with Trump?
I don't like him.
Okay.
For several reasons.
Okay.
I didn't like Trump when he had the TV show.
Okay. The show,
The Apprentice.
Fired.
The what?
What was it called?
The Apprentice.
The Apprentice. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I ain't like that clown in.
I didn't like the show either. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought it was some bullshit. I just thought it was just for how I saw him in the show. He made me not like him because of how he talked to people. I don't like how people talk down. When I took this job and ran it for 32 years, because it was one of the reasons where you could pay me good enough. Because as you know, back how I first started off, one of my first clients was Gigolo Tony from Fort Lauderdale, and he really couldn't. And I was working with Foresight Records, and with Gigolo Tony, that was their main artist at the time, and they couldn't really pay me.
Mm-hmm.
But there was issues back then. That's how me and Big Ace became friends. A lot of folks probably don't remember Big Ace. Big Ace was one of the hype men and DJs from a DJ crew out of South Florida called Jam Pony.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the bodyguard actually from Jam Pony. Just so happened he was a hype man and bodyguard at the same time, but he was my best friend.
Right.
And Gigolo Tony, I took on because there was certain threats that was made from, down there. He was going through it with Miami, and it was just some old craziness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just really stuck with him because I don't like people being picked on. So sometimes I step in without a check and do it just because that was just my nature, jumping in shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sticking my nose in shit that didn't belong.
Right.
That's how I started off. So I don't like what Trump do, or how he used to talk to people. I was like, damn, but I wouldn't give to have you try to talk to me like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just straight, just like, look, he do everything but spit on you. Because he think he could. And I never liked his ass. Okay. Nothing he ever did, I ever liked. And then to see the hypocrisy with him with the Clintons.
Mm-hmm.
That just makes my nuts jump.
What you mean? With him and the Clintons?
That's his mother. Them his people.
Who, the Clintons?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you know who Chelsea Clinton is?
Yeah. That's Hillary's daughter, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But do you know who Chelsea Clinton is?
Who she is?
That's their daughter. You was right. But do you know who she is?
No.
That's Trump's goddaughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's his goddaughter.
Didn't know that.
That's his people. For years, decades. Hillary Clinton, Trump. Locked in. My niggas. That's where they look at each other, rub elbows to my people.
Yeah.
He put money behind Hillary.
Yeah, he did it. He did.
New York, she stood on the podium in front of Trump Plaza running for presidency against Barack.
Mm.
It was storming, and she still stood out there in the rain. Bill was with her. And guess who else was on stage? Trump, holding the umbrella over her head.
I got to find that image.
Find it. It's there.
Mm. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Whenever they do their campaigning meetings and stuff, it was in the Trump Plaza up there in the penthouse suite.
Mm.
Until it came down to it's only a couple of Democrats running, and there's a whole panel of Republicans. And guess who was a Democrat at the time? Trump was a Democrat.
Mm.
And they said if they had a way, and somebody came, I don't know who did it, but somebody came up with this crazy ass idea. If you can cause enough distraction, they can find a way to cause some distraction to knock off these particular names over there that was Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
Hillary, you could win. But you got a couple over there. Out of them 10 that's over there, 12, whatever it was, it's about 3 or 4 of them they had to knock off.
Mm.
They can get them out of the race. Yo, you got a shot at this. Because it was only her and a couple of individuals, a Democrat that was running at the time.
Mm.
And shoot, Bill, I mean, Trump don't know no difference. He know shit about no politics. He just agreeing with the shit. And then it was like all they needed was a ringer just to come in and cause some confliction. And guess who that conflicts? And then it came down to somebody like, well, but what Republican could we get to do something like that? Man. And he probably was talking shit in the room, and all of a sudden it was like, yeah, man, because if that was me, I'd do this and I'd do that. I'll talk about this motherfucker and I'll talk about this, that, and that. I was like, it'd be real good. You talking and laughing, but boy, if you was to run, you're like, I ain't no damn president.
Mm.
You may not be no president. You ain't got to be, because it ain't like you're going to ever win. But you can go in there and cause enough confusion and interruption and just bring shit to the light on the motherfuckers that you know, even if you're lying on them, you don't care. Ain't nobody going to fact check you.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's right in front of Trump Plaza.
Yep. This was on a sunny day, though.
Yeah.
You had to get the one with the rainy day when she was on that podium.
Yeah.
This right in front of the Trump Plaza. Look at this. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ain't like I'm pulling this shit out my ass. Hold on. I got something to pull out my ass. Now, also, let's look at this here situation.
Yeah.
When you turn around and Trump jumps in there, he changes his political stance and becomes a Republican.
Yeah.
Because the first thing he said years before that, he said, I would never run for president. He said, but if I did, he wouldn't be a Democrat. I'd run as a Republican. You know why I do that? Because Republicans say so stupid, they'll believe anything.
Right. Oh, yeah, that what you said?
He said that.
Hmm.
If I ran, I'd run as a Republican because they'll fall for anything.
Hmm.
And it's the only thing you need to do is go in and cause enough confusion. And you know what he did? He went right in there and said, all right, if that's going to help you win. He went right in there, became a Republican. Then he turned around and went down there, but he needed his resident was in New York. What did he do? He get his resident down in Mar-a-Lago. I ain't never lived down there. That was just where he go vacation at. Everybody, they forgot about that. Oh, I missed that part. Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed, they keep circulating this video of Epstein and Trump at a party, but people don't understand that that's not on Epstein Island. That's at Mar-a-Lago. That's at Trump's mansion, not on Epstein Island.
You tell me, they used to go down there, but that wasn't where a lot of this mess was going on.
Trump's never been to Epstein Island.
He ain't?
No, he's never been there.
I thought he went.
Epstein has been to Mar-a-Lago.
Oh, I thought he was going to the. But why was?
He's never
well,
been
why Trump was logged in on all those flight plans to the island?
No, he was never on the. He's never on the. He's not on the law plan. He's not on the law. He's just affiliated with him in the files.
No, they
Because
say he's on the
he's not
he's
on the
on
flights.
flight plans. His name's on there several times.
He's never been on a flight. That don't make sense. Trump has his own plane.
Yeah, but the young girls ain't on his plane. They on that plane.
Trump is not on the logs, on the plane logs. He is not on none of the plane logs.
Oh shit! I don't know. I got my information fucked up, but I must be listening to Fox News then. Because they saying that he was on the plane.
No, he's never been.
He's been mentioned on the flight plane. I heard this. I had to have heard this. I didn't just know. I had to.
You probably heard it. I'm sure you have. I've heard it.
I got to check where I heard this from.
Yeah, I've heard it too. But he's definitely not on, the flights. He's not on the Epstein flights. He's never been to Epstein Island.
I know. I still think he was fucking with them kids.
I'm not saying that
still don't
that didn't happen. I'm just saying the facts is he's never been to Epstein.
Nope, can't argue with that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That ain't freeing the slaves for me though.
He said that ain't free.
Yeah, no, he still ain't shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit where he was at. He was in Sunday school. I still fuck that.
So recently, still on Trump. Recently, the Atlanta voting sector in Atlanta, where was raided by the FBI.
Yeah, and they took all the voting
voting data from 2020. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
heard about that. That's kind of that's a little crass. That's a little overreach on his behalf, saying that he's going to open up an investigation. He's going to actually prove. He's going to find those votes that he needed.
I think it's more of a petty thing because he was arrested in Fort Worth.
Yeah,
and the charges were dropped.
Yeah,
and that's the only time he's had to actually go to a jail and be arrested and be fingerprinted and released, and that probably pissed him off. So
anything can piss him off. So you can't just keep poking the bear with him. Yeah. He's like he's real petty. He petty wop.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that was he's just looking for something.
Yeah,
to get them back
these little things. But the thing of it is,
they charge him with a RICO.
But see, here's the thing though. No matter what, he thinking he's being smart because now they have it in their hands and they can make the data look like whatever they want. And the only thing he got to do, he got to present it to the rest of the world. He just needs to present it to his supporters. He ain't got to present it to none of us of the rest of the world. He just needs to support. He knows this. I just get to my because the MAGA hats are starting to fly off. Mm. He's got to swoop that back in. Because deep down, the only reason during the election when he had to give up to Biden and walk out the courthouse, out of the White House, why did he put up such a fight? Because they was ready to lock his ass up. And they know they can't lock up a sitting president. So why did he fight for power so much? Because he's not trying to go to jail. Because this Epstein shit was going to come back. And if they actually kicked it wide open, they're going to find him sitting up there with two little girls sitting on his lap. They're going to find him in there.
Why do you think, is that why you think they tried to assassinate him as well?
Shit. That shit's so funny. Assassinated?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had got, shot in the ear.
Yeah, that's right. They put Miracle Grow on it, so it come right back so perfectly.
Oh, you don't believe he got shot?
You shouldn't believe that he got shot. His ear is so perfect, like it's just the way God had made it. I'd like to know who those doctors was because they can help some of those BBLs that's out here that just so badly done.
If they can create BBLs, you don't think they can fix an ear?
And I just said that are so badly done.
Yeah.
Because you get yourself some Kate Michelle or something like that.
So you think it was staged? Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna have to say I'm just go off the limb here and say yep. Okay. And they needed a fall guy who wouldn't think he would be a fall guy to take it, and we could go ahead and wipe him out. He really wouldn't make a difference.
So what about the two people that got killed that was behind them?
Oh, see that right there? That's just a misfortunate incident and the casualty of war or a mishap and things that take place.
Okay.
Things takes place.
Okay. So you think
so that's justifiable for killing the sniper who didn't know that he didn't know what the true agenda was. That at the end of this, you're gonna have to go. He was presented with
there was a lot of questions about
coin.
the sniper and the weapon he used.
Well, one factual thing about the weapon that was recovered in rounds that was used was 223s.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fascinating weapon. In my knowledge of weapons, because I had to train with them, a 223 is like a 223 and a 5.56 that can also, in that AR frame, that 5.56 can also fire that 223, but you can't do it backwards. It's almost like a 357.
Mm-hmm.
You can take a 357, you can lower the caliber of it by putting simple 38 caliber bullets in it, but you can't take a 38 and put 357s in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way it's not even going to chamber. So you can take a 5.56, put 223s in it. Just so happened the rounds that was used was 223s.
Mm-hmm.
Now the difference is that a 5.56 is a knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
That's a knockdown round, okay, because it's high grain. So that round has a fatter brassing to it, so it won't fit inside of a 223 AR frame.
Mm-hmm.
But a 223 will fit inside of a 5.56. Now that 5.56 is stopping power. A good 50 yards or something like that. You're using that on a short frame AR-15. That's a knockdown. You don't want to get hit with that. You don't get hit with nothing. You don't want to get hit with a 22, but you don't want to get hit with a 5.56 because you out of here. It's over. Mm-hmm. It's like a 44 hitting you.
So, but he didn't get hit with a 5.56.
He didn't get hit with a 5.56. Now he's supposed to have got hit with a 223, a 223.
Mm-hmm.
Now 223, that's a long range. Okay, that's that reach out and touch you round and catch you almost damn near a mile down the road on accuracy. Okay, that's a sniper's choice.
Yeah, cut through the wind. Huh?
Yes, it's a smaller built round with the lower grain, giving it it's a faster traveling round. Now with that round, it'll turn into like after about a good almost 100 yards. So 50, let's say 75 yards, it turned into the size of a quarter. So when it hits you, that's what it is. It's going to travel for a while, looking like a pebble.
The 223.
Yeah, but after a while, it slowly mushrooms out. And when it does that at a high speed that it travels, it turns into a quarter at about a damn near 100 yards. So when that hits you, it's going to knock you out of here.
Yeah,
you kiss the baby ass. It's over.
Yeah.
You get hit in your ear. I said all that to say this. You get hit by your ear. Your first reaction ain't like a mosquito done bit you. What's that? Oh, I got shot. That ain't how that works. You get hit with a 223 with that distance in the side of your ear and say it just ricochet. Do you see how God made our ears? They kind of flushed our head. So it ain't going to just hit your ear and you got metal ears and then it bounce away from the side of your head. So you telling me ain't none of this right here going to get hit? That's just the facts. You're not finna get hit in your ear or the outside of your ear, any part of your earlobe, the top of your ear, none of that. And none of this right here going to get hit. Ain't none of that going to get hit, right?
Right.
But then 2 weeks later, you ain't wearing a Band-Aid no more, and your ear looked like it was before you got there and started talking. Just a week, he'll be doing a whole nother, everything's good, we're going to fight, still, all that there. But you ain't wearing no more, you got no Band-Aid on, no nothing. Everybody like, wait a minute, what happened to your ear? I had some of the finest doctors. They're the best in the world. They fixed my ear, cut the rest off, put me a brand new one on. Looks like Dumbo.
So your conclusion is it was definitely fake because.
Hell yeah, because you know what happened after that?
What's that?
He shot through the poles.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's a hero. You know what I travel from state to state and see on the bulletin board all through Texas. You know what the number one bulletin is? fight with everybody holding him down. He's got blood on his hand and all that. Does through his fist in there, fight. That's what he ran on after that.
Yeah.
So assassination,
yeah,
man, that's some bullshit. And everybody who run up to me talking about, man, you know they tried to kill my president. Nobody tried to kill your motherfucking president.
Do you think, because, you know, from my research, mostly all of the presidents are part of, you know, secret societies like Skull and Bones or whatever, Masonic lodges or whatever. Do you think Trump is part of one of those organizations?
Hell no.
Societies?
No, he ran on a lie. And then he just jumped in and the power that came behind it, they probably attached themselves to that. Because they could, because sometimes you got to see the agenda for what it is, and sometimes you can have, it can be an ugly ass horse, but that horse might be got enough power to be able to carry you through this race for what it is you're trying to do in the dark. And what agenda you got. You see what gender he's moving, and whatever darkness that you got going on, we ain't got to like that motherfucker. We just need him to carry on what we need to do. And then we can drop his ass off at the lake somewhere after we get where we need to go and get done what we need to get done. That we've been trying to do with every other monkey we done put up into that warehouse. Now we got somebody that knock down the chairs, do anything he want. That's what they got.
Interesting. So, do you know any people part of like secret societies that have that type of power?
That kind of you have to deal with people like with the Skull and Bones and stuff like that. That's politically in charge, you know, stuff like that.
Right. That's a different type of
not a Masonic order or nothing like that. They're in a different realm of the world. You know, they move totally different.
Right. Now, there's been a lot of news in Minneapolis or Minnesota with ICE. There's a couple of people that were unalived because ICE was trying to arrest some people, and they wasn't trying to arrest them. These people got in the way.
White people caught up.
Yeah, and they ended up first was a woman that got killed. Yeah, and then it was a man. I think his name was Alex.
Yeah, I think he was a nursing guy somewhere in the hospital or something like that.
Yeah,
I heard that.
And ICE is. I mean, how do you feel about the immigration situation that's going on right now?
How I feel about it right now is it's a joke. This ain't no new organization. This was something that had been going on. Immigration. ICE been around for a minute.
Yep.
For it to come out and be utilized like it is now, this is what's foul, I believe. Because they don't care anything about people. Yeah, they have no humanity to themselves. They're not worried about any type of code. It's just like we got an opportunity to go out and do something. They just been hiding in the closet all this time. Now we're going to go out and just shock the world and do some shit.
Right.
That's not how that works. Every organization, FBI, any part of the alphabet gang, FBI, ATF, alcohol, beverage, DEA, U.S. Marshals, Sheriff Department, Police Department, they all run by a certain code of ethics, of professionalism. They got boundaries that they can go. They might step outside. Now, they may step outside it, but yet and still they're accountable when you get down to it. They may get away with it, but then the amount of time they won't. Right. And the department probably won't get away with it, but the individual going to be a sacrificial limb, he says. You know, that's just how it is. These people run amok. Right. They do what they want to do. Border Patrol, they moving outside of what Border Patrol would do, and they on the same. They on the same. They come out the same office. Border Patrol can't do what they doing. You see what I'm saying? What you're doing is just crazy, and to see the people running behind that, saying that this is what we want. So when I go to thinking about that, I think that the people that I call my neighbor, no matter what your color is, because I see a lot of us jump on the bandwagon too, with them. Well, they just doing their job and this, that, and other. Yeah. So was the house nigga back in the day. Hey, boss, he going past that gun line, boss. Man, that nigga like that, he just doing his job. That's how I look at every last one of them fuck niggas that jump on this bandwagon with this ICE shit and on that Trump train. Y'all a bunch of fuck niggas. Because if you telling me your eyes can't open up and see what's going on, because I'm going to tell you something. Every one of you bitch ass niggas that's running behind that shit, and I call you what you is, you come see me. I ain't hard to find. Yeah. You come see me what I just said. Your mama ain't shit. I tell your mama you ain't shit. For birthing your fuck ass, she should have swallowed you. You turn around running behind this talking about, oh, this man doing this. You ain't getting no check. Where's that check at? Yeah. That check you supposed to be getting when he first came in the office, he promised everybody getting. Y'all ain't seen shit. Ain't gonna see shit. This the best it ever been. You started trying to put your dick on Obama's neck because somebody else said, and somebody pulled you to the side and said, what problem do you have with Obama? You gonna go by what this white man just told you that's sitting beside you because he a MAGA fan. You can't say shit, man. Obama fucked this country up. Did he? Because I remember back in 2009 when he came into the office. See, I was there. I remember when he came into his office. See, a lot of people can't talk about it, but I was here in Atlanta when I had to go to a Shell gas station out there by Rick Ross's house and be one of the 300 cars parked on the side of the road because we didn't have no gas, and it was the only gas station in Atlanta because the gas lines popped. And everybody was coming from Alabama and everywhere else to get gas because it was only one place that had gas, and everybody was allowed only 10 gallons.
I remember seeing that on the news. I was in prison at the time, but I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I was one of the ones parked on the side of the road. It was like a nightclub out there. 3 o'clock in the morning, music playing, everything. Everybody parked on the side of the road. Right over there in what's the name county?
Off Old National.
Yeah, off of Old National. I was living on Old National at the time. When it came across the radio, you want to get gas, you got to go to this spot here, but you only allowed 10 gallons because it was the only place in Atlanta, in the damn near state of Georgia, that you can get gas. Somehow they had a surplus. There wasn't no gas pumping in. They had a surplus because they don't sell gas. But they had big tanks.
Oh.
They had an oversized surplus of gas, and the gas was kind of old, but people didn't care. They just needed it.
Right.
So nobody never thought about how come they the only one with gas? Because they had an oversized.
So how did Obama fix that?
Oh, but he fixed the fuel, make BP or whoever it was that was responsible to fix the pipelines.
Oh, okay.
Because the pipelines running, so however they do, I don't know how that works, but they go in different directions from Texas and this, that, and other. I don't know how all that mess worked, but whatever was coming on the southeast was interrupted.
So all in all, you think Trump is fucking up the country, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, with that being said, brother, I'm gonna let you go. I know you got to be somewhere, and we're gonna follow up again. You might know more go-to guy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, from the ceiling to the floor. Between the mayonnaise and the mustard, you know how we did. We the meat that's in it. We keep it going.
All right, thank you for coming through, Big Lotto.
Hey, man, always a pleasure, man. I still mean what I said about them fuck niggas.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
They gonna see it.
Fucking MAGA influences. Okay,
all right.
But I will say this before you end it though. Okay. The reason I said all that, because if something happens to one of their loved ones, all that crying and putting people on t-shirt, all that, because you let one of them ICE agents interrupt one of these main niggas running behind ICE supporters, that's a supporter, and let one of their family members get caught up and get accidentally fucked up. And let's see how dry-eyed they be then. Yeah. Let somebody you love that these people done fucked up. Yeah. Let just somebody close to you. Your mama accidentally got caught up in some shit with ICE. You don't want to hear nothing, but you want these people to be sympathetic to the cause. Yeah. They was illegal. How the hell they here illegal? First of all, how are you here illegally on land that was stolen?
Well, we was in the feds, right?
Yes.
It was a lot of, let's say, just the Mexicans. Let's just use them for example. That were here, they call them entry, re-entry, and they would get time. They would get time for that.
Yeah.
And then they would get deported after they do their time.
Yeah.
So and it was ICE who arrested them, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So ICE has been doing this I
Yeah,
think
for years, for decades, they've been doing this.
right. So but I think they're deporting them immediately now as opposed to giving them the time.
But see, they ain't just doing it them.
Right.
They just snatching up anybody who speaks Spanish. They just grabbing them.
Right.
They just grabbing people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They grabbing Americans. They done got, because see, I said this one thing right here, and I gotta go. They said this one thing. They said, somebody asked this question, and he was profound when he said it. He said, man, bro, I wonder what's going to happen. Because they started off real kind of real easy how they was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they did their raids and stuff, but it was real easy. Now they getting careless.
Mm.
They could care less. They just doing stuff now. Because now they done got acclimated to the thing that they're doing of what they can get away with. And they say, oh, damn, we can't get away with this. Oh, man, the president really got our backs. So we can do whatever we want to do now.
Right.
So now, what happens? This profound word came to me. He said, what happens when they run out of Mexicans? I wonder, are they practicing for what they really want to do? Now they done got their practice in, and now that they done got hyped up, they done got their chest stuck out, and now all of a sudden they start, because see, first it was about undocumented criminals.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just anybody we can grab. Mm-hmm. So the next thing is, now we just grabbing motherfuckers because he spoke Spanish. Mm. So what happens now? What's your next move? Now we start grabbing anybody? Huh? Because now they done moved now. We're grabbing Haitians. Yeah. That's the new thing. They're grabbing Haitians. Yeah. They're going to grab Jamaicans. Anybody who ain't in this country, Africans, yeah, they turning around at the airports. They're doing all that now. That's what's now. Mm. So what's up? We just going to start grabbing niggas? Just grab them. So what you practicing for? Because that's a profound word that was given to me. You know what? I tell you what, you got to be prepared. I tell everybody out there here on this Leylo Show, man, be prepared for watch your surroundings, be careful. And I ain't saying put up no fight with these people or anything like that. Just be prepared. You know, have what you need on you so you don't get caught up. And just always remember this one thing, and I told you this here. It's better to shit in the sink than to sink in the shit. Take a moment and let that shit sink in. Hey, bro, I'm gonna fuck with you later.